And the reason we're all here tonight, and thank you all for being here so much. Thank you for Malvern for having us, and for not firing me yet. And yeah, you don't have that. Again, thanks to all of you for being here. Thanks to Josh for reading. Thanks Tyler for reading. And thanks Lauren for writing a book. So Lauren Becker is our final reader. Her book is out. You should get it. She's published like everywhere. And she's really wonderful. And she's new to Austin, so say hi and introduce yourself. She's really wonderful, and I'm so excited. Lauren Becker.
Hey guys, thanks so much for coming, and thank you, Josh. That was his first time reading. Can you believe that? First time reading. Amazing. Tyler is Tyler. You probably all know him better than you know me. I did just move to Austin about 6 maybe weeks ago, and I love it, even though it's hot. But I love the writing community, the reading community, just Malvern Books, awesome. And so I wrote this book. It's called If I Would Leave Myself Behind, and it just came out, or is coming out on Tuesday. But it's available here, so that's pretty cool. I'm gonna bring this over a little bit because I'm not that old, but a little light never hurt anybody, right? And Tyler kind of ruined this, but but that's okay. You didn't ruin it. It will just be a repeat imagery. This is called If I Would Leave Myself Behind. It's the title story to the book. There are bats under the bridge, and we went to see them. They are rumored to come out at dusk. I did not want to see them, but it was something to do at dusk, and we went. There were other people there lounging in the grass like picnickers, facing the bridge. We thought we heard high-pitched echoes and maybe saw some shadows, but mostly just wished we had brought beer. I don't like beer that much, but she does, and I was visiting her in a different state where there are bats under a bridge and beer tasted good. I liked the cinnamon rolls she eats most mornings, and the street where she lives and the places she goes, and that all the girls wear boots and jeans like me, and the men who like girls like them absolutely, and I am seeking absolutes where I live, even though there are not very many and are temporary anyways. She has a southern accent, and I wish I had one too, or maybe just any accent at all, but we moved too much when I was little for one to have stuck. I wonder if living in this big state would make my consonants softer and my vowels longer, and if life would come with fewer qualifications and be less equivocal. If I would sit on the grass near a bridge where bats live and not be afraid they would come out and brush against us with leathered wings. Where someone would offer us beers and we would drink them in the warm twilight, turning into night, like you could count on it every single time. Thanks. This one's called You're Rubber and I'm Glue. 1. I would like to say to you that you do not know one single thing about me. I would like to say to you that you should not be proud of the things that make you proud, which is mostly that you don't give a fuck about how anyone else feels. And if you made them feel that way, you care a little bit, because if you made them feel anyway, it was bad. I would like to say these things to you, but they would make you care a little bit, or even a lot. 2. I would like to say to you with some conviction that I am pretty, I am smart, I am funny, I am kind, I am talented. I would like to say to you that you are nothing special. You didn't finish high school, and not because you were too smart. You are smart and other things too. You work at a corner market. It's where you meet us. You give us a pack of cigarettes or a Diet Coke. If I looked like someone else, you wouldn't have given me a Diet Coke, and I would have looked at you straight back, and you would have looked away first. 3. You have the sweetest face when you sleep. You would hate this face, but you can't help it. When you untense, you are outright beautiful. You look like your dad, and you hate your dad, so handsome and kind. What did kindness do to you? I take a picture of you sleeping and show it to you in the morning. You teach yourself to sleep on your stomach and grow your hair long enough to cover all of your face but the part that lets you breathe. 4. Your name is Ryan and mine is Lucy. You call me Goose. I call you Ryan. 5. When my eyes are cold, you become what I want you to be, and I hate you. And I hate me, but I hate me more. I try to learn to hate you so you'll be what I want you to be all the time, but it doesn't work that way. 6. Remember that day we went wine tasting? You acted like a grown-up and wore that white button-down shirt, and you didn't take it off when I said you looked handsome. You did not mock the small wedding taking place in the vineyard. You paid for everything and kissed me at sundown, even though I wasn't mad at you. You picked a grape for me. I nearly went down on one knee and asked you to be with me forever. 7. Remember the night we went to the bar down the street and you got drunk and tried to hit the guy who bumped you when he was trying to get past to get to the bathroom, even though he said excuse me and sorry, and you called me a bitch when I wouldn't buy you a drink and said sometimes men buy drinks for their girlfriends instead of the other way around. You also told me I was not your girlfriend and tried to talk to some other girl who looked at me with such pity. I just about went down on both knees and let the earth swallow me up. 8. Why am I with you? Why do I stay? Get out if you're going. I won't leave because you tell me. I won't leave because I don't want to leave. I won't leave because you won't. I stay because I remember what your face looks like when you sleep and the taste of that grape that would have been wine one day. Okay. This is called I Am Very Lucky. I bought the dress at Thrift City, cream satin with lace overlay, floor length, empire waist. I said, dude, I would wear my hair up. I must have known. I swear I didn't. It had long sleeves, of course. When I was in the hospital, they stopped by. They acted like the doors were not locked after they were let in and out, that I was not muffled and dark with tears. They told me of the engagement. Isn't that wonderful news, they asked. Yes, it is wonderful news, I said. My face felt wet. It was wonderful news. They looked out the windows and saw the ocean I saw every day. They told me how pretty it was, how lucky I was to be there. They said how nice it was for me to have a view of the beach. The nurse came and they left me with my books and sweater. I heard my mother ask my father, do you know how to get to that restaurant Barb told us about? I knew the one. It was near the hospital. It had a Michelin star. They picked me up a week and a half later. They took me to my apartment where I could not see the ocean. They said, isn't it good to be home? They said how nice it would be for me to sleep in my own bed. Yes, it's good to be home, I said. When they left, I locked the door from the inside. 3 months later, my brother got married. She has my name. She is very nice. Isn't she nice? They asked when I met her. Yes, I said. She is very nice. When I arrived at the wedding, my mother said, doesn't she look beautiful? I thought she meant me. I saw her, and she looked beautiful in her white dress with bared arms and shoulders. I took off my coat and asked my mother where to put it. She did not tell me. My brother's bride started toward me with a bride's smile. She looked at my dress. She would tell me I looked beautiful. She went to my brother and said that I had to leave. He turned to my father, who walked me toward the door. My mother handed him my purse and coat and walked back toward the rest of the wedding party. I heard my name. It wasn't mine. Outside, my father opened the small white clutch with pink seed pearls and found my keys. He put me in my car. He said, you're very tired, aren't you? You need to go home and take a rest. I said, yes. I feel very tired. He said, go home and get some rest. He said, we will stop by tomorrow. We'll go to the beach. Won't that be nice? I said, yes, that will be nice. I haven't seen the beach in a long time. apple dress. My mouth tastes like the old piece of carpet my dog sleeps on. I wish I could kiss someone I hate. I sit up too fast and am thrown back by a dizziness I'd forgotten. My head gargles memories of former hangovers, this one stewed in whiskey sours and Cabernet. I sit up again and assess. My favorite dress, white with red apples, is red wine stained. The stain is similar in color and shape to the apples. The dress might be salvaged. The wedding wasn't going to be fun. It was the usual excessively public, glassy, tiniest bit off-key couple of hours that precedes a private decline. I hung out with the bartender laughing at drunken guests. When I became one, our friendship grew distant. The couple, James and Jamie, was not as precious as their coupled names. Both previously married, both wore scars that should have faded hope to practicality. The 5-tiered cake and bridesmaids embarrassed me. It was a second time, not a do-over. I declined the salmon and drank wine for dinner, followed by whiskey sours. At the bar, I drank from boredom. James's first wedding was tedious enough, and I was the bride. I wore the apple dress on our honeymoon in Greece. It's the last white I'll wear. A good-looking man asked me to dance, too drunk, not drunk enough to forget my resolve. I politely excused myself to go to the ladies' room, telling him we'd dance later. He smiled in a way that not long ago would have made me wash his dishes, make his bed, fix his breakfast, have his children, and think it would last forever. I said quick goodbyes to James and Jamie and made my unsteady way to a cab, shoes off, dress yanked to mid-thigh. Before I could pull the door closed and tell the driver my address, the man from the wedding settled me into the back seat and climbed in beside me. "Give him your address, sweetheart." I did. "Why did you sneak out like that? We were going to dance." The cab driver tried to make eye contact with me in the rearview mirror. I met his eyes briefly and looked away, back to the man. I did not speak or adjust my dress. I knew most of James and Jamie's friends. I did not know this man. "Come on, Angel, you look so pretty in that dress." His smile was not the one from the wedding. Still, I did not speak. The man pushed his hand between my legs, rough in soft places. His fingers inside me. I thought I should have danced. He removed his hand and told the cabbie to pull over. He slid out of the car and leaned in before closing the door. He smelled his fingers. "I'll call you." I nodded. I still did not know his name. He smiled like when we met, and he was the handsome man again from the wedding who wanted only to dance. "Miss, are you all right?" Even in my condition, I knew the cab driver had seen much worse. "Drive me home, please." He looked at the meter and drove. This morning's sun is punitive. I brush my teeth and tongue until my mouth releases the dregs of canine flavor. I shower, hot as I can stand, for the time it takes to wash my face and hair. Stepping out of the shower, I realize I'm wearing socks. I'm not surprised I put on socks before passing out wearing the dress. I don't like the feel of bare feet. I wear socks everywhere, at the beach, and usually the shower. I would tell James. He thought the socks were cute, then annoying. I loved the mole on his neck, then measured it by sight daily until I was sure it was growing, pushing on my face when we kissed more and more rarely. I checked the apple dress soaking in woolite in the kitchen sink. The wine apple fades, but fans out in an amorphous pink. I cannot reverse what is started. In the end, James asked me why I was leaving. I told him nothing. Same old me, not you. I could not tell him it was him, not me. The way he set the alarm and microwave on even numbers, no zeros, the dog-eared book pages, his frequent use of the word literally. He stopped saying my name. "Honey, where are my car keys? Hey, let's get going, we're going to be late. Did you pick up my shirts from the dry cleaner?" I stopped saying his. He didn't notice. I had nothing of my own. I went into the bathroom to put on makeup, and he had to pee. I went to the kitchen for leftover lo mein and found him eating the last few bites from the red and white container. Everything was ours. The bed, the remote, the refrigerator. I became stingy, angry. He tiptoed. It angered me more. We say each other's names now. We tease each other about the quirks. My anger clings. I banish myself to my bed. I am a hazard. Spilt water on important mail. Bloody thumb from cutting radishes for a salad. It won't stop bleeding. I consider making a blood apple on the dress. I want someone in the bed with me, nobody I know. The one whose presence does not intrude. The one who wants only to dance. Someone to bandage my finger and fix the spill. To say my name, to nurse me through my hangover. He will have to find me. He will have to make me let him stay. I cannot be the you it is not, or the me who it is in the end. No longer a danger, I leave my bed and scrub at the stain on my dress. Its fortuitous shape is gone. It only spreads more.